Joshua Youngblood, who is the brother of Jamie.
What a blessing!
Woo! Yes!
What a blessing, man.
You accept Jesus as the Father, as the leader of your life, based on your confession. I now baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yes!
Good morning. My name is Tommy Diaz. I'm the Chief Deputy of the Harris County Sheriff's Office. Our hearts are all aching, and they have been, as this case has progressed for you and your family, for the victims. Obviously, there's an indelible mark, that unfillable void that's there.
Mother's emotional message today for Jade's father, with whom she only had a very brief relationship.
You are a vile person. This is a heinous crime. Jade loved you.
Today we'll be in Houston, Texas, speaking on a young woman whose life was snatched from her in a terrible incident that occurred on Thanksgiving Day 2023. On that day, most people in America come together to celebrate family and say what they're thankful for. But no one in 28-year-old Jade Youngblood's family could have ever foreseen what would take place inside of her home, all because of one person's dirty desires to commit a shameful crime, forever scarring all those who love Jade deeply. If you ask anyone who knew Jade Youngblood, they will tell you she was a person full of life, adventure, and a huge lover of animals. While in school, she participated in the Future Farmers of America, a nonprofit career and technical student organization which offered middle and high school classes that promoted and supported agricultural education. She would go on to receive awards in 2014 and 2015, plus also winning the Livestock Championship. There was literally not anything she would not do to care for and rescue animals in need. Jade would go on to graduate from Benjamin O. Davis High School with the class of 2015 before setting out in her adult life. She also had a natural-born talent for different art forms, from makeup, painting, and music. Her creativity was truly unmatched, and she often spent a lot of time creating and singing music. However, one of the most important things in life for her was family, and she truly cherished making new memories with the ones she loved, especially her parents, who were no longer together, but her bond with both of them flourished in their own separate ways. When it came to her father, she was definitely a daddy's girl who looked up to him and appreciated the quality time they shared. And that same admiration carried over to her mother and multiple siblings that she had between both parents. With so much love around her and so much love to give, no one could have ever foresaw that someone that she held in such high regards would be the person to take her life. The date was November 23, 2023, when deputies responded to her apartment where Jade was found unresponsive in her bedroom. One of her friends was also discovered in the bathtub, suffering from a suspected overdose. Paramedics would sadly pronounce Jade unalive at the scene just after 5 a.m., and her friend was relieved with Narcan. This was a dark and heavy blow for her family, especially because Jade was never known to do any of those things that were found in her system. Fentanyl, alcohol, and other substances were found during the autopsy, leading to a more in-depth investigation. The person who made the 911 call was Jade's father, 45-year-old Joshua Youngblood, who said he found the girls in the state they were in, but court documents detail conflicting accounts. Joshua told investigators that he arrived at his daughter's home around 10 p.m., drank with her and her friend, then fell asleep. He then claimed he woke up to find her unresponsive hours later. In the week ahead, Josh then took to social media and wrote, "My Billy Goat, this doesn't seem real. I miss you so much. My heart. But I know you watching over me. I love you so much. I tried my best to save you, but God's will was done. Until we meet, I will go hard for you. Love, Daddy." Were these truly words of a grieving father, or was something else going on that he hoped would not get uncovered? As times passed and as Jade was laid to rest, authorities continued to put more of the pieces together about that night. Jade's surviving friend alleged that Josh brought illegal substances into the apartment, including Mary Jane and suspected white powder and PCP. The friend later told authorities she woke up in the bathtub with her clothes disheveled and suspected that she had been sexually harmed. She sought a medical exam at a hospital, which ultimately led to the arrest of Jade's father, Joshua. Investigators say Joshua gave Jade a fatal dose of fentanyl so that he could sexually harm her friend, who was also drugged, according to authorities. Officials say they worked in collaboration for months to get all the information needed to proceed and file charges against Joshua. On Tuesday, May 6, 2025, officials with the Harris County Attorney Office The DEA and the Harris County Sheriff's Office held a press conference announcing the charges.
In late 2023, our DEA Overdose Task Force began investigating the death of 27-year-old Jade Taylor Marie Youngblood, who died from acute fentanyl poisoning. The facts of this investigation are appalling because the suspect isn't a stranger, but rather the victim's father, 46-year-old Joshua Youngblood. In 2023, on Thanksgiving Day, a day where most families get together to give thanks, Youngblood had other plans. Our investigation reveals that those plans involved drugging his daughter and her friend so that he could later take advantage of his daughter's friend. Our investigation shows that Youngblood gave both his daughter and her friend fentanyl. While the daughter was gradually dying from fentanyl, Youngblood proceeded to sexually assault his daughter's friend, who was also under the influence of fentanyl at the time. This case is extremely disheartening because it goes against all decency. Joshua Youngblood did the unthinkable to his daughter. Today, after a thorough investigation by our DEA Houston Division Overdose Task Force, Jade's family, who's here with us today, will finally receive some closure. Josh Youngblood has been charged with murder by fentanyl delivery and aggravated sexual assault. Also, we want to provide our deepest sympathies to Jade's family, and we hope that you have some peace knowing that Mr. Youngblood will have his day in court. With that, I would like to introduce Jade's mother, Bernice Hawkins, to provide a few words.
Good morning. I just want to say again, thank you for everything. For not letting the case die with his lies, but to keep pursuing. Until he was caught. I can't even express the gratitude I have. And more than that, I can't express the hole that's in our lives now. With the loss of Jade. She was a light to everybody. She loved everybody. She wanted family to be family. She was doing everything she could to mend the relationship between her half-brother and Josh, her father. That day. But her life was taken. Anyone who knows Jade, you know the joy that she brought. You know that if you needed anything from her, she would give you literally the shirt off her back. She loved people, she loved family, she loved kids, she was everybody's favorite TT. And this is something we'll never get back. She'll never see her niece. And to Josh, you are a vile person. This is a heinous crime. Jade loved you, and you took her from us. And for that, I hope you pay with your life.
To think that her own father would do something so sinister and cruel, allegedly to his own daughter, is despicable. Over the past year and a half, Joshua has been on social media posting like he has no clue or nothing to do with his daughter's demise, sharing photos and memories, all while her mother and other loved ones search for answers he already allegedly knew. If he indeed had all of these drugs on him that the friend claims, I'm sure he was not in the right state of mind himself. However, there is no excuse for R-wording someone and taking a life. What is even more bothersome is his actions were probably premeditated to have his way with the friend, and that's why he brought all those things there. And in the process, he ended up committing an even bigger crime. The pain on Jade's mother's face was so sad to see, and no mother should have to experience such a thing. The day after the news release and press conference, Jade's mother wrote, "The past 2 days have been so emotionally exhausting. It's like ripping the bandage off an open wound and pouring salt in it. I stayed quiet since the day it all happened, held my peace and composure to allow authorities to do their job. I'm sure it's far from over. This is just the beginning, but know that I will continue to fight for the justice you deserve. I love you, beautiful." This definitely was a life that was lost too soon, who impacted so many people that she met. May her infectious smile and unforgettable personality always bring light to all of those who think of her. My thoughts and prayers go out to her family, and I pray that full justice be served sooner than later. So please don't forget to comment your thoughts and prayers for this family in their difficult time, and hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.